Yo, what's good, Hot Peppers? I'm gonna go over all the movement mechanics that you can do with the sniper on Modern Warfare 2 2022. It is obviously not the same as Vanguard, Cold War, or Modern Warfare 2019. I have a lot of secrets to cover and for you guys to be able to use, and not only just pub matches, but also in rank play. And yes, we did bring back the webcam for this specific case because we did that in the Cold War video, so figured I'd bring it back for this. Okay, so going over the first movement or mechanic or whatever is Dolphin Dive into the ledge. You guys probably see CDL pros do this all the time. But with the sniper rifle, it's going to be a little bit more trickier. And this is what it looks like when I just get launched. You can see that. That's pretty hard to be able to hit. And especially if you're getting launched like that, you know, you have time to be able to see your opponent. And all you got to do is just swap to your sniper and be able to recover. Now, I only recommend this on certain spots. Obviously, you don't want to be doing it on every single ledge. It doesn't have to be a ledge. It just has to be like the edge of like a climb thing. You can just, climb up on, whatever, or a ledge, whichever. But this is one spot you can do it on. Moving on to the next movement mechanic. This one, I don't really do this that often, and I really should be doing it. I've been starting to do it recently. It's basically when you zoom back in after you want to check in onto another spot, or, just basically holding an angle. Now, instead of just like zooming out all the way, you actually zoom back in really quickly. So to be able to do that, all you got to do is just simply zoom out, zoom back in, and jump in a motion. It's really hard to get down, but that's what it looks like. It's pretty, it looks pretty self-explanatory on how to be able to, replicate that. But anyways, moving on to the bunny hop. As you guys saw right there, the bunny hop is not as the same as it is in Cold War or Modern Warfare 2019. And right here, you can see how high you can jump as a player and how much you can crouch. You can tell by the line of the wall back there. It'll be shown right here. That's how high you can jump. Now, that's some things you want to take into consideration of this game. Jumping is great and all, but it depends on how you use it. I don't recommend jumping that much unless if you know where your opponent is and you bring out your scope a lot faster than usual. So next mechanic is this is what a lot of people call like the shotzi, whatever. I've been doing this for the longest time. This is basically what's the snake movement. This is like what you've been doing for like the past previous CODs, except the only difference is that you pull back on your left stick and you drop shot. So instead of just drop shotting normally, where you go straight to prone, holding down the right stick, or holding circle, whatever button you use, instead you just hold the right stick and then you also pull back on the left stick to be able to walk backwards. So it's one single movement motion, whatever. That is what I recommend. You can also tell the difference between when I go up and down on the on the head glitch there. You can see how much of a difference it is when you just crouch and then peek, crouch, peek, to standing, peeking, whatever, and then going prone, and then using that snake movement. You can see literally like half my head is showing, and that is insane. Now, if you want to get a little fancy with it, what you can do is, if you like to be a little ratty, you want to use, like, let's say instead of using the head glitch, you use like the bottom right of it or the left. That will allow you to make you a lot harder to hit, even twice as harder, and even also unreadable. Like, a lot of people don't really do that. So if you want to, get a little advanced with it, you can, take advantage of that movement. But anyways, carrying on to the next movement mechanic. It's simply just snaking. It's to give you guys a brief idea of how it looks when you're actually not using a head glitch and when you're in mid gunfight with no cover at all. This is what it looks like. As you can see, shout out to my friend Serenities for helping me get this POV down. One of the Spice Boys, by the way. You can see like it looks crazy. Like, it looks like I'm going to be really hard to hit in an enemy's POV. And when you snake and you zoom back in, you can tell it's even with when you crouch peek and you snake, whatever, when you're zoomed in, you can tell the difference. Even it doesn't slow you down when you try to zoom back in. It still looks about the same. So when you obviously snake behind a head glitch, make sure you zoom in and tap the left button or left trigger to keep that motion going. It's really hard at time, but after a while you kind of get used to it. If you're playing like something on a regular controller, if you don't have a scuff controller or Battle Beaver or Cinch, whatever those controller companies give out nowadays, if you don't have that, it's gonna be a little bit tricky because you do have to be able to stand up at the same time. So I do use my paddle when I do that. And also, you can see right here, you can see my bullet trail going through, or me being able to shoot. It's not perfect, but you can see that I'm able to snake and shoot and be able to get my cover up. And then also another movement mechanic I recommend is, instead of just going up and down the same exact spot, or trying to go on the bottom right of the head glitch, you can go left and right. That makes it even twice as harder to hit. It's like you're playing whack-a-mole, bro. It's so funny. But that's what I recommend doing. So always remember, ladies and gentlemen, as a wise man once said, take cover, bro. Just take cover. All right, now moving on to one of the mechanics that got taken out of this game, which is slide canceling. Now, obviously, I cannot slide cancel in this game. It simply does not hit the same. So sliding in this game, there's ways to use it, but honestly, it's almost a useless mechanic. You can use it if you want to switch up the movement just a little bit. As you can see, the distance on sliding is not that great. And then compared to jumping around corners, so as you can see there, like jumping is probably a lot better than sliding. But if you want to, like I said, change it up a little bit, you're more than welcome to. And you can see like the ADS time when I zoom back in after I get done sliding is not as efficient. So again, jumping and snaking are the movement in this game. Now, moving on to dodging bullets. Now, a lot of people, when they dodge bullets, they just simply run, right? Now, if you want to get a little bit more fancier, want to get more advanced, if you have the right area or the right place to be able to do it at, dolphin diving is a lot more efficient than just simply running away, or sometimes jumping. Like dolphin diving, you literally make your hitbox like a noodle, right? If you jump, you're basically like a vertical noodle. I don't know how to explain, like, you know what I mean? So when you're jumping between corners like that, you can obviously dolphin dive to avoid the situation. Or if you want to be able to shallow it, then yeah, you want to be able to jump around the corner and half scope. As I was showing right there in this clip. All right, so now onto the next mechanic. This is kind of like give you guys an idea of what you can do to be able to advance your movement when you're around corners and stuff. Right here, you can see that I'm going back and forth, snaking, jumping, preparing my scope at like multiple different angles here. And it looks kind of stupid. It kind of looks weird. But at the same time, when you look at it at an enemy's POV, it's like, damn, this guy's going to be really hard to hit if I'm using a sniper rifle myself. Or, you know, even a red gun. So, yeah, don't get me wrong. It does look like I'm kind of still struggling. But at the same time, once you get it right, you get the timing down. You know, you snake, you jump. You know, you switch it up. Instead of just snaking the next time, you jump and then you go back to snaking and then you go snaking again because they think you're going to do a 1-2-1-2 pattern. You can always switch it up. Keep the enemy constantly confused is your goal here. Now, I know a lot of people have these myths and theories about scope walking, what's more efficient, if it is efficient, and how annoying it can be, especially if it's coming from a sniper. In these clips right here, I do a side-by-side comparison, literally timed up perfectly and correctly. I don't know why, but I noticed that if you're coming from the left side, you actually see the enemy easier or faster than you are to the right. So I guess it's something with this game mechanic. Apparently, for whatever reason, it's just better if you come from the left side instead of the right. Don't know why that works, but yeah, instead of right peak advantage, you have the left peak advantage. And now for the final thing to add onto your movement on this game. This is what it looks like when you're simply just snaking around, jumping, and trying to avoid someone. When you have no cover at all, this is literally the best thing you can do. Coming from my POV and my friend's POV, as you can see, I'm like going left, right. When you shoot, you want to keep moving. You don't want to just simply stand still, because you stand still, you're going to be easy to target for someone to shoot you and be able to get an easy one-shot kill on you, or even, you know, literally melt you like so much faster. So if you guys found this video helpful, I would really greatly appreciate it if you guys dropped a like on this video. Subscribe if you guys are new. I cover the best sniping type videos, class setups, movement, guides, settings, everything that you guys need to know to be able to help improve your sniping gameplay, clips, anything, man. I've done this on MWII for 2019, you know, Black Ops 4, Cold War, a bit of Vanguard as well. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want me to cover a settings video to go in depth on what settings to use, let me know down below in the comment section. We can cover that video next. If you guys like today's video, watch this next one. If you guys want to watch me live, follow me on kick.com/Zephy.